grew up in a non-Christian home where my mom did send my sister and I to Pioneer Girls when I was in grade 5. Sorry, when I was in grade 5, my mom passed away from liver problems. After she passed away, we stopped going. It was about 2 years when my dad started dating someone again, and then 2 years later, they got married. And let me tell you, we tried everything to get rid of this lady. We put her through a lot of torture. But she still stuck with us and stuck it out with my dad. And after they got married, we moved out to the sticks. We considered it the sticks because I'm from the Hard Highway. And when you move further out, you feel like you're way out there. It probably was like not even a 30-minute walk into town if you had to. So for me, that was hard because that's where my life was. I was close to my friends. I could go anywhere, could take the bus, walk, whatever. And then moving out there meant I couldn't just go and do what I wanted or be what I wanted to do and just do whatever. I had to actually plan ahead and make plans with my friends, which was hard because that meant no more partying, no more doing whatever I wanted to do. So that meant my friends either had to come get us, get me, or my parents had to drive, which then meant my dad could find out what I was doing. So then I started to think oh, this is too much work to have to plan every weekend of my life, it felt like. So instead of planning, I just decided to go and stay with my family and on weekends that live out at Nest Lake. So I would go further out and hang out with my cousin and them and stay with them most weekends, and which then included Friday nights going to youth group and going to church. So if I didn't have anything planned, I went to youth group and church. If I had plans, that was even better. So I didn't have to go with them. But I did, and I enjoyed it. It was in my grade 12 year. I went with our youth group from the church, and we went to Three Hills, cannot remember the name of the conference. And we went there, and I remember hearing the speaker talk, and I just sat there in awe and thinking wow, this is crazy. I feel like I'm the only person sitting in this room, and I'm the only one he's talking to. And I remember sitting there feeling this and thinking, what is this? What's going on? And I'm so confused. And I remember my cousin Stas, on the second day before we were ready to leave going, he came up to me and he's like, if you're going to become a Christian, you should do it this weekend. And I was like, oh my, okay, whatever. And I remember them calling us to the front every time. And when I finally got the courage, I said to my cousin, you know what, I think I want to do this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to. And he goes, oh, this is awesome because our youth pastor is here that had moved away to Wyoming. And he's here in Three Hills, Alberta. They traveled through the winter to come to this youth conference. And so we met up with them, and he prayed, and I just confessed my life and said, Lord, I do want to follow you. Not 100% what that means still, but I do want to do that. And it was so neat because afterwards he said, we almost turned around and went home because the roads were so bad, but God kept saying, you know what, I'm going to keep